Down syndrome is a chromosomal anomaly, and globally, it is estimated that it occurs in 1 in every 1,001 births. Unfortunately, in Ghana, there is no data to show the occurrence of Down syndrome. A baby with Down syndrome can be born to any family, parents of all ages, races, religion, and sociocultural backgrounds. There are no answers to why Down syndrome occurs. 21st March of every year is set aside by the United Nations to mark World Down Syndrome Day. This day is to celebrate persons living with Down syndrome as well as create awareness about Down syndrome for acceptance and inclusion in all spheres of life. To mark this year's World Down Syndrome Day, Debbie Mangote, herself a mother raising a child with Down syndrome, partnered with Rob Foundations and Mache Photography to share the stories of 4 families raising children with Down syndrome in Accra.
It's our first child in the world. She is called Rochelle and she is 7 years, currently in class 1.
So, offer me Joseph Lawrence Kluchi. Yeah, 64 years. I'm Nana. On your friend, Marianne Chibi Wabi.
My name is Sweetie Sarah. I'm 90 years of age. And this is my son, Grant Makachia. He's 1.5 years old.
I'm Maria, 42. Serena, 16 years.
Delivery, I was told by a doctor that she is suffering from a condition called Down syndrome.
Now, be also in say, oh, yeah, different. Because he said, when you are now, would you say 4 or 5 years and the marine didn't blame us, and I'm who
she gave a fit in that tagba to a beer corner. Or calling the woman, Unabeni Mango, your near tape, Naka, boo or a tea. Starting in now, what the mere 2 weeks, what they will need the Amico. In a Janoko, no one in sham, she's still born no mere mango. If you're Naka, want to find it,
I was told she is having a hole in her heart at the hospital. So we need to see the cardiologist more often to check on the progress of it. And she was having this kind of asthma, yes, with her. So all these things, and I think they complained of her eyes having a very large disc. So she couldn't see initially. When you just move your hand like that, it just doesn't follow the hand. So we're going to the hospital time to time to check on that.
We stayed there like 1 week, but the amount of the money they said, so I told some doctor that we can't, the more we are staying, the more our bill is going high, so we can't pay that amount. And he told us to write letter. We read the letter and they said they'll go and give it to social so that they can help us. But we gave them the letter, they did not send it. So
when I be shocked, Jamie, I make a share, I can make jolly. Bukanebana, Lavaja, go Agel and Uncle Akashaka family that she shall man.
and I feel so. Nami Pisco Mano. Medicus could be Anna. Almost say, obey a wild and you know. Homogenous. And I made my watch as well. One way said, yeah, for a camper or to her. This often, but not because it's a giddy. Into one who studying in our channel, so the American and the prayer. Into you or no in a diagro. Class or the unknown in a diagro school, no cause it's your own in a diagro fine.
Any Unkelaya am a school. Nimi while a share Jemmy or Unkeamian. Chine back day. Cajanis and a man a class. 1 minute Shamena Agashin Locotomo. Negmani war a bag barmina. One in Shamese. Insista for me came a show. Inya La Presby KG. Konia. Ko honey side Jemmy.
Okay, Ellie Camuno. I have a phobia. No, we any capa. Say, I never could say, okay, say, man, you are. I pass a bed yet the Codia. was one and one who didn't hear was one yen. And I have a friend so Nibufu or Pagropa and no combat match now, Eddie Agro. I be another so our parents so dear, and a more fufu, Belcunic, my dear, and the would do a group elegant papa.
Near a formal a phone, get a silly cock, if I feel a can, get like a silly tomorrow, get tomorrow, get a silly tomorrow, if you know about your poor Halley, no Calais, I could she.
When she was young, even before we had the baby, I was always praying to God that I'll have a reverend minister for a child. So when she came out and I was told she is having Down syndrome, I was still praying to God that no, I will still have a reverend minister anyway. So God should make sure that this child should be able to speak because she'll be reading the Bible and be preaching. So if God doesn't make this child speak, then that is God's problem because that's not my problem. How is she going to speak? How is she going to preach to the people? But unfortunately, she started speaking, and it has still not changed. We still want her to be a reverend minister in future. Yes, that's why we have managed to put her in the normal school just to engage her to learn communication. We did speech therapy for her so that she could speak, at least to one day become a reverend minister if we are still alive.
Yeah. Ain't told you, Nuani, and your mark down was and in an annual morning you walk away in your true. The fed.
Over so, the nurse, say, doctor, said then they you. And no suddenly, as time goes on, I bet me who there could be an eligible power.
Oh, we will say that Rachel is a child living with Down syndrome. And her life is worth living. Though people don't see the value of them, but we believe that they have exceptional things to do. And we are hoping that each and every one that has this kind of child will give peculiar attention to them. And we know that one day these children can grow up to become independent. So that's what we are telling the whole world, to take care of their children. They shouldn't leave them. They shouldn't believe that in this part of our world, we think of superstitions and other things. But if you pay attention to these children, they can grow to become better. That's what I would say.
The members make a chair, if you ask na Ghana phone na, our phone na, a batan na, say. Yeah, now, you was some afraid of one. Even because only in Suba, you don't watch them. Almost my own. This is a and so me make a choice. I have Yakopo no didn't amount. With that, we didn't my wound. Which one is about friend? Send your mate to say, Elicam Timothy, what bet me at Nancy. With the colors man now, or bet me ridiculous no at the car near the. Ain't he a woman, some of friend, my young bassa. You be a young from town P. No could be any power. No, so when the pana, not a man who when ya and crash when him say, or so or any pa. And Pimpino, and say, but from the head of all the measure of the Marcos in Fiahin. When you saw when there, it's a mess I would be brave, say. So, we first say, I am more when you call, no young harbor tray. Obey any maybe when in Jehudia and everything. When I saw to take a crack.
Mofiamo, you walk for Mofiamo. Yes, more than if I knew. Oh, one be president tell me ewa obi e when they come out to be papa ni sami when was say I'm on aname say na mo ke ama